So we're gonna start on a high, and we're gonna start with Miss Fallon Carrington. And the first look we have is this Mugler patent leather wrap dress. It features texture. I love the choker. I love the choice to go with the hooped earrings. I think this is just a very simple but classic Fallon look, and I like the asymmetrical bottom of this outfit. Another favorite, we have this Halpern sequins midi dress. This color just pops on her skin. I feel like the color palette for the first season in terms of their outfits was just very well selected. And keeping the theme of evening looks, we have this Marchesa off the shoulder ostrich feather cocktail dress. Another dramatic look from Fallon. Ostrich feathers gives it that dimension. I noticed that Fallon likes a lot of these all black looks, especially in season 1. I also want to give a moment to showcase some of the preppy looks we have from young Fallon. I think her style matures with her character, but in the first season we do have a lot of girly and preppy looks from Miss Fallon Carrington. This is another favorite nighttime look. We have this Tom Ford velvet dress, and I think this look reminds me of, you know, Maddie's dress in Euphoria, but like the classy version. I like the choice to go with the headband with this look as opposed to, you know, an updo. Yet another all black look. This Burberry coat is stunning. It is beautiful. The shape, the boxiness, the structure, I just feel like this is very dramatic. This is very Fallon. I love the way her hairstyle, like the curtain bang she has is actually brought to the front and brought forward, so it almost appears like a traditional bang. And this is just yet another all black look from Fallon. Now next up is this Alberta Ferretti gold metallic dress. I feel like this dress is very much so still relevant. You use the flowers and roses, even the metallic thing. I think that metallic has definitely been something people have been wearing more often, more recently as well. Chrome metallic, it's been a trend recently. So I feel like for this show, for season 1 to have been what, 2018, I think that a lot of the looks in season 1 are still very much relevant, are still very much wearable. The next section is going to be sleepwear. Fallon's sleepwear throughout the series is just on 10, and I'm just going to compile my favorite sleepwear looks from Fallon. Everything is very extravagant and stunning, even for sleepwear. Tell me down below which is your favorite sleepwear look from Fallon. Now moving on to Monica. I saw a lot more of Monica in season 1, and it's sad that she gradually kind of phased out of the show. I would have loved to see Monica honestly throughout the entirety of the show. As we see in this first outfit, we have this Dries Van Noten top that features flowers kind of sewn along the cup as well as the entire neckline of this purple velvet top. Stunning. I feel like the color really pops on Monica's skin. I think that that's one thing season 1, and honestly throughout the entire season, but especially season 1, they were really good at picking colors that favored the skin tone of the actors. And it's paired with this Christopher Kane midi skirt. Simple, stunning outfit, and I think that Monica looked great in this. Now this next fit here is for the culture. She's wearing this full green monochromatic outfit, and one thing I really like about this outfit is that it's not super common for Jeff and Monica to represent culturally. So I feel like when we get to see aspects of their culture represented in their fashion, I feel like it's always exciting to see traditional, whether it be African prints or African styles worn. Up next, we have a stunning red nighttime look for Monica. This Roland Moret jumpsuit looks stunning on her. I feel like the jewelry choice, like the bold golden jewelry, was a smart choice here. Another stunning nighttime look for Monica. We have this one shoulder sequins dress. Stunning. I feel like, again, the colors pop against her skin. I love to see the natural hair, natural textured hair out. She pairs this look with a belted leather trench, which I think adds an edge to it that was already kind of hinted there, but it adds further edge. Again, I think it was a smart styling choice. And I noticed that Monica seems to like a lot of sequins, and we have another nighttime look. Her Stella McCartney red sequins dress. I feel like this dress just hangs on her silhouette really well. It's simple, it's understated, but again, the color scheme for her outfits, from the reds to the sequins, I feel like we're seeing like almost like a capsule closet, right? I think all her outfits are really cohesive and they blend well into one another. Next up, we have another red dress. We have this Mon Cherie mini dress. I think it's delicate, I think it's lovely, I think it's light, and I think this was another stunning look. I think paired with her natural hair, the whole look is very delicate and girly, and I really, really enjoyed this look. And that wraps things up for Monica. Next up, we have Crystal Carrington. The first of many crystals, and honestly to say my favorite crystal. And I think that she was really the highlight in terms of fashion for season 1. I think her looks were some of the most iconic on the season. Her color scheme was just so favorable to her hair color, her skin tone, her overall color palette. So I'm excited to get into some of my favorite looks from Crystal Carrington. We have this stunning Barbara Bouille suit paired with this Brahim bag. I love the color. I love the fact that it's a suit, but she kind of wore it with this kind of messy bun, which I feel like was a juxtaposition from this tailored suit to the messy bun. I feel like one thing we notice with Crystal style is it always appears effortless. Next up, we have these C's Marjan pants, and we actually see Crystal rewear and restyle these pants in multiple different ways. It only adds more realism when the characters are re-wearing their clothes. It really feels like a genuine closet as opposed to like a set of a show. I never noticed it when I was watching the show, but when I was researching for this video, I definitely saw the repetition of outfits, and I'm like, yeah, they do re-wear outfits and shoes and purses and bags. It feels much more realistic, even though the show is, you know, supposed to be larger than life. So these are my favorite outfits centering around these C's Marjan pants. Whereas Fallon liked to wear a lot of black, Crystal liked to wear a lot of beige and cream colors, and she had many beige and cream outfits that I really loved. Next up, we have this outfit featuring this muted red jumpsuit. This is what I was saying about the color palette, where I feel like Monica's skin tone looks great in pops of bright red, and now we see this muted red styled on Crystal, and we see how this muted red looks much better on her, and it's just a really cute fit. If you remember the C's Marjan pants, this next outfit pulls from the same color scheme, the same thing I said about attention to detail and monitoring of the colors. This two-piece outfit featuring a blouse and maxi skirt, I just feel like, again, this color just complements Crystal so well, and it just seems effortless the way it falls on the body. It's not too form-fitting, too structured. Her looks always have an effortless vibe to them. And for a nighttime look, one of my favorites from Crystal is this Katie May gown. It's just stunning, and I feel like the rose in the hair, easy and carefree, and you know, something almost bohemian even about her fashion. And they also like sequins, so the white gown in this look is a sequins gown, so they also loved a lot of sequins throughout the first season. Also, we have to shout out all of Crystal's metallic dresses. I feel like Crystal had a handful of metallic looks throughout season 1, so I'm just gonna shout that out and draw some attention because I feel like her metallic dresses were always a vibe. Next up is Alexis, and she had looks on looks. Well, the first Alexis, because again, just like Crystal, we had quite a few Alexises. Here's one of my favorite classic looks from Alexis. We have the Givenchy ruffle hem skirt, and we have the crop blazer, and the whole thing is just very classic to me. Keeping with the same classic silhouette, we see her in this La Perla dress, blazer combo, but again, it's bright in color but classic in cut. Another theme I see is messy buns or kind of messy effortless ponytails paired with structured blazers, structured dresses, and I think the juxtaposition, again, it's fabulous. And next up, we have this Mark Zanino custom piece. Only through researching for this video did I find out that some pieces were actually custom to Dynasty, like they were made by designers for Dynasty the show, and these pieces aren't able to be purchased otherwise / anywhere else. So I think that's really cool. And it's reminiscent of like almost like Disney, like it's magical to me, and it's also like giving Maleficent, it's giving villain, and in some ways, a lot of ways she was a villain, but this piece is just very magical. This next look is this cheetah print floral print look, and I think that it is just, this is what I meant when I said that she can go from more structured, you know, classic silhouettes and looks to like more experimental, loud, you know, even maximalist vibes. And I think this outfit definitely gives maximalist to me. From the cheetah print, the floral print, the stripes, like the whole outfit is a mixture of prints. I honestly think it works really well on Alexis, and it looks great. The next look I love, like one of my favorite looks from Alexis, it's this Robert Cavalli 3-piece suit with the vest, the blazer, and the pants. It's just like giving biker, it's giving rocker, it's very edgy, and I am a fan. Alexis likes to go edgy every now and then. Here's yet another edgy look from her. From the silver dangling chains to the redemption blazer, I just feel like the whole look, choosing to pair it with denim as opposed to a full suit, it just gives me rocker, it's a little bit edgier, it's very much comfortable, and it's very also functional. So I just feel like this is another great look from Alexis. Moving on to Mr. Jeff Colby. Jeff just knows how to dress for his body, and I feel like I can just say that for all of his outfits. I don't know that I need to go into detail with his outfits, but I just feel like Jeff was always just looking fly. Sam, Mr. Sammy Joe. Sam was a little bit disappointing season 1. I feel like because he was like this street, he was a thief, right? This criminal. He couldn't have been dripping in designer. He couldn't have been looking too good. So most of his looks kind of featured, you know, leather jackets and like sweaters and hoodies, and nothing was too crazy of a standout. He did have some like good classic looks. Like I think he had a couple looks in suits when he started living in the Carrington Manor. So he had a couple outfits, but nothing too crazy, nothing that stood out wildly. And I know that his style progresses so well and so much. And he is one of my favorites in terms of men's fashion on the show. So it was sad to see that back in season 1, he wasn't really serving us any looks, and he looks too crazy like he does in the future. And I'll end the video with Blake. He has a singular slay. Not to be shady, but you know, Blake his character isn't known for his fashion. This all white suit was really the only thing that was nice. I mean, thing is, just like Jeff though, I will say he dresses really well for like his body and his, you know, his vibe. He just dresses really well for himself, so I feel like he looks great majority of the time, but it wasn't anything that I would be like iconic. It was usually pretty simple, which works for him as an older gentleman. But yeah, the all white suit was the only thing I was like, okay, Blake, we're stepping out a little bit. But that's a wrap on season 1 of Dynasty outfits. Let me know which one were your favorites. Let me know which one you guys liked or disliked, agreed, disagreed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying the outfits. Peace.